now that Donald Trump will be running for re-election, presumably, he'll have a record to run on. And we can compare the empty rhetoric with the reality. And we can also talk about what we stand for and what we will do as Democrats.
Well, that was DNC Chairman Tom Perez last week on Morning Joe. But so far, the GOP has a huge advantage in the money race. With us now, we're going to talk to him about it and see if we can blame all of the Democrats' party problems on him. Congressman Brendan Boyle of Pennsylvania. You're wearing a tan suit.
I thought being with a Southern gentleman, I would.
Well, I appreciate the tan.
And,
I appreciate the tan
suit.
suit.
I'm a big Matlock fan.
I just remembered when Barack Obama wore a tan suit, Republicans tried to impeach him. Things have changed.
Those were nice days when that was the biggest thing to worry about with the president.
So let's talk about the Democratic Party. It's like, how could they not be ahead in fundraising? Why does Charlie Cook have races breaking the Republicans' way when Republicans have just failed by just about every measure over the past 7 months?
Yeah, well, first on the fundraising, you're looking at the DNC, RNC numbers. Remember, I mean, the DCCC is actually outraising our House Republican counterparts, and there are all those outside super PACs out there as well. So I feel like that part of the story has been a bit exaggerated.
Okay.
I feel good about the polling we just got out yesterday from my own home state of Pennsylvania, which I think is the single bellwether in the country. The fact that Trump is now over 20 points underwater and only at 35% approval in Pennsylvania, where we will have at least four competitive congressional races, all in the suburbs and outer suburbs of Philadelphia. Right. I feel good about where we are now, especially because, look, going into a midterm election, we structurally have the advantage. It is more about the incumbent president.
Yeah, you certainly should. Brett.
No, look, the problem is I don't know what the Democratic Party stands for other than hating Trump. And, you know, you saw it in that special election in Georgia where you had all the enthusiasm, you had thousands of volunteers, tons of money, and a district that could have swung your way. It doesn't do it, and I think it doesn't do it for this reason, that above all, to average Americans, Democrats stand for the party of contempt. They stand for the party of contempt for ordinary Americans, for their struggles, for also for sort of traditional values. And until that changes, until there's a genuine outreach to sort of a white working class American voters, that's going to be the indelible image of the Democrats, a party of Harvard professors, Elizabeth Warrens, who are just hopelessly out of touch.
And people that wear tan suits on TV. Go ahead.
From a blue-collar neighborhood, and the first one found me to go to college.
Exactly.
My parents worked hard so I could get a tan suit.
Where is that American flag? Exactly.
Let me take the last thing you said, because there is an element within the movement left that believes that we should just be the party of well-educated whites and racial minorities and leave blue-collar swaths behind. I fully 100% reject that view. I think if you look at Scranton, Luzerne County, Erie in Pennsylvania, places in Michigan, Wisconsin, these are places we would be foolish to write off because Barack Obama carried them twice. They went for John Kerry. They went for Al Gore. So anyone who says that we should kind of turn the page and reject those voters, I think it's, first of all, I think it's wrong to begin with, and second, not in our political interest.
Congressman, 2020, give me 3 names of Democratic candidates, leaders who could win the White House back for the Democrats.
I think there are more than 3, but I would say Sherrod Brown. I think Bob Casey, my own home state senator, Tim Kaine, who you just had here in Virginia. I think there are really a ton, but the personalities sometimes obscure what we've just been talking about in terms of the deeper issue of what the party stands for. We're always going to be the party at our best that stands for opportunity for all Americans, regardless of race, religion, and where you are on the socioeconomic ladder.
Well, it's also, the Democrats do best when they're a post-identity party. Bill Clinton was a post-identity president. So was actually Barack Obama, transcendent. This isn't what the Democrats are today.
Emphasize diversity, but also the unity aspect and having that unifying vision that appeals to everybody.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's great to have you on. Come back.
Sounds good.
And can you come back tomorrow? We didn't have you on long enough.
I can come back.
We'd love to talk for about 3 hours.
Let's do that.
All right, very good. All right, great. Thank you guys so much for being on. We greatly appreciate it. And that does it for us this morning. And by the way, tomorrow morning, Caddy says I read too fast. So
we're trying. We're learning.
I will slow down.
It's a process.
Chris Jansing
1.5
picks up the coverage
But
right
first,
now.
Joe.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.